I'm Mary Ann Smith, and I live in Morristown, New Jersey. I work over in Merck in Summit. I'm a complaint specialist for products for prescription drugs.
Stephen Smith, Morristown, New Jersey. I'm presently retired. I was a Superior Court judge for 20 plus years and a prosecutor for 15 years before that. I live with Mary Ann here in Morristown. We have 5 kids, and that's about it. We got a mailing, and we were interested in looking into health care insurance, and we returned the card essentially.
I have parents that are 93 years old and living in Durham, North Carolina. My father is the caregiver of my mother, and I have to go down there a couple of times a year, although I still have siblings down there, which is good. But just seeing how they, what they're going through. They're very frail right now. They don't want help. My father takes care of my mother, and I see it's very difficult for him. And also, Steve's mother fell and had to move in. She moved in with us, and at that time we were both working, and it was very difficult because after she fell, she needed more care, and we could see from both our families that we should really maybe look into something. If something like this, well, it's going to happen to us. It's not when, it's or how, it's when, and so we decided we should look into it.
My father got cancer and was in, my mother took care of him at home for a long time, and it was a tremendous burden on her, and I could see that, and I could see how it affected her. And then when he passed and my mother became more frail, it was difficult for us to provide the services that she needed day to day. And being a parsimonious Irish person, she was reluctant to spend the dollars to do what had to be done. So if something were in place, it would have worked out much better with her. So that was one of our concerns. Also, we are aware that our children have children, and we don't really want to be a unnecessary burden on them. They'll have to assume some responsibility, but we'd like to make it as easy as we can for them. It was easy, benign, as opposed to some of the things we've been through. It was, Michael gave us all the information that we needed. He wasn't pushy, or else we would have probably tossed him out the front door. And he was very patient with us because I'm sure we made and broke many appointments over the months, and he hung in there with us, and we appreciated that very much.
He has a lot of stick-to-itiveness. And really, he gave us all the information that we needed, and we were very happy by working with Michael. You have to dole out money now, which isn't comforting, but you know, I can foresee that this is something that I'm very comfortable with what we've done, and this is when this happens to us, or when things happen where we need help to come in, I don't think we'd be happy in a nursing home, but by doing this, we would be able to have assistants come in, maybe to do even housekeeping or cooking, or things that maybe we wouldn't be able to do in the future.
Everybody has to have a plan. Everybody has to plan for their future, and this is one important part of it, because we know our family histories, we know what we're going to face, and we know that we need something like this in place to give us some comfort and peace of mind.
You never think anything's going to happen to you. you kind of go through life very carefree, and you know, it happens to other people, but you know, the reality is it can also happen to you. So I think a lot of people are, you know, kind of optimistic, or maybe they don't have the money, which is another problem, you know. And another thing, our healthcare system is such that we do not know what's going to happen. Nobody's read it yet, so it would be good to have this in place.
It's hard to plan ahead, and it's hard to spend dollars now for something that is down the road 10, 15, 20 years perhaps. It really takes a little discipline on your part to do that, and you have to have the wherewithal, obviously, to do it. But I think that's a big part of it. Just the reluctance to take the next step.
And to buy something that you cannot see is very difficult for the female, anyway.
Mm-hmm. Getting the information is key to the whole thing. Maybe you don't buy, but if you have the information, you have the ability to make a choice as to whether it is something for you or something that is not appropriate for you.
Yes, you need the information to see what can be done for you and what can't be done. And I think that's important. I would say meet with Michael. We like to travel. We're at the age now where we better get going and finish that. I also like to sew. I like to read. I'm still working, so I don't have a lot of time to do that, but I think that's going to end soon.
Well, I'm retired, so I have a lot of free time on my hands. So I like to play golf. I like to sail my little boat. I like to spend time at the Jersey Shore, and I like to cook.
He does.
And
he's a good cook.
I do like traveling, and seeing new things. They're somebody else's problem most of the time. And when you're tired of them, you send them home. I mean, they're great to have. We love them to death. But a certain time comes, okay, kids, time to go home.
There's the door.
Focus on what you want to do, and you'll probably be able to do it if you keep the focus and you work hard enough at it. There are so many people that are walking around that just don't know where they're going, and that's a problem in my view.
That's true. I agree.